Rocky Mountain Sasquatch. We received an intense, aggressive Bigfoot encounter from an area with a long history of Bigfoot sightings, photos, and videos. Arthur writes RMSO. Hi, my name is Arthur. I'm Californian. I used to work as a ranger at the Sequoia National Park from 1994 to 1997. Before I start, I just want to say that I'm crying as I write this because the memories are extremely traumatic. It happened in 1997 in my last year working as a ranger. It was also this event that got me fired. I was patrolling an area that was not very frequented by visitors because of the density of the bushes and because it wasn't an easy area to get to, and it was also easy to get lost. I had received a report of loud sounds coming from there and scaring the visitors, making them think that there was a bear on the loose or something. It was noon, and I was driving around the area with the Jeep and a tranquilizer rifle just in case something was really there. I spent 1 hour driving around, and I stopped the Jeep, exited it, and was standing by the open door, and I was about to pick up my walkie-talkie and report the situation to one of the other rangers that was patrolling the other side, when I heard something on my left, a loud growl. I looked, and there was this big reddish-brown thing, and it was wide at the shoulders, long arms, human hands, huge human hands, and looking at me. This part really breaks me every time I remember because I got paralyzed in fear at the moment because this thing was bigger than any grizzly bear and was glaring at me with a face that I can only describe as a hungry predator. I felt like an ambushed prey. I stood there and this thing charged at me with full force, and I entered the Jeep almost instantly. The creature crashed into the Jeep, breaking the door's window, and the thing grunted in pain. I turned the Jeep on and accelerated beyond the speed limit of the park. I looked behind me for a second, and this monster was running after the Jeep on all fours, just like a chimp. I panicked even more and I increased the speed, and some curves later, I finally lost him. I arrived at the ranger station and there was nobody there. I remember being so panicked that I locked myself inside a bathroom, and I'm certain that I fainted because I remember that everything went black. And then I woke up. It was 9 p.m. and the other rangers were looking for me. My boss confronted me about the Jeep having one of the sides damaged and the broken window. And when I told him that a big animal attacked me, he got angry at me and called me a liar who sleeps on the job and accused me of crashing the Jeep on a tree and making stories up to not get in trouble and fired me. I did years and years of therapy. It didn't work. The memories still haunt me, and I still have nightmares and sudden panic attacks. And I know the thing that tried to snatch me was a Bigfoot and not a bear, because bears don't have human faces, human hands, and wide shoulders, and they don't have freakishly long limbs. I lived with these memories for more than 20 years. This is my first time telling this story ever since. Thank you for reading this, if you had the patience. Well, I hope you guys enjoy a look at these beautiful forests where Bigfoot inhabits. Obviously, because there's a long history of Bigfoot sightings, including recent sightings every year in these areas. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching. Coyote Ridge Bigfoot caught on camera in eastern Sierras. Bill writes RMSO. Bigfoot watching my dog play in the eastern Sierras back in May. The elevation is close to 10,000 feet or higher. Everything happened in about the first 10 seconds. If you enlarge the video and pay close attention to the far left, you'll see it walking rapidly behind the trees and through the snow. It hides in a thick tree, then squats and opens up the branches just as I pan away to film our dogs playing. Do you have the ability to make the video larger? I hope so, because to me it's quite apparent this creature has a dark color, fur, not clothing, and is very natural looking. This is the real deal. RMSO responds. Make sure you guys watch to the end. I will enlarge the Bigfoot-shaped subject by 400%, and then I will slow it down to half speed so that we can get a really good look at it. The dog is looking in its direction at the beginning of the video in the upper left corner of the video frame. The subject moves very smoothly. None or very little up and down, and at first I didn't think it was even moving its arms. However, after enlarging the section by 400% with the creature in it, I can see that it does move its arms, and there is one frame with the side profile that I can see that it has a domed head. Just before Bill pans away from the tree line, you can see that the very fast-moving subject stops in the thick section of cover and trees and seems to stay there, observing Bill and the dogs.
Be careful.
Not only does this thing have a dome-shaped head, it seems to move way too smooth for a person. No up and down movement with the stride you would expect from a person, and when you look at the body shape, it appears unnatural for a human. Then the creep factor for me. If this was a person recreating, why would I hide in the thick cover of the trees, appearing to observe Bill and the dogs from cover? It's as if this Bigfoot creature, if you will, moved very fast when it didn't have much cover. Then when it made it to cover, it seemed to hunker down to hide and observe those in its surroundings. Hope you enjoyed this video in the Sierra Nevada mountains, in a place those of us in the Bigfoot community know is a Sasquatch sighting hotspot. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching.